doctor.
Sweating helps the body stay cool and is a natural reaction to warm conditions, exercise, nervousness, anger, or being afraid. Excessive sweating, however, occurs without those triggers.
I first realized that I have an abnormal sweating problem when I realized that I was permanently feeling uncomfortable and I seemed to be sweating a lot more than the average person, and none of the things that you can buy, you know, deodorants and antiperspirants, ever seemed to work for me, and I just couldn't understand it. The moment I realized that something is definitely wrong and I need to address this was I was on holiday in Namibia where it was very humid and warm, more than usual, and I was just suffering completely. I mean, I was permanently drenched in sweat, and I was actually on the street one day and I saw somebody else in the intense heat and they weren't even breaking a sweat, and I just realized then, okay, I need to address this. This is just too much.
Excessive sweating actually is far more common than you would think. It generally affects 3% of the population, which roughly equates to 1 child per high school class. And interestingly, the time that it starts up is in puberty and adolescence.
The first specialist that I was referred to was a general surgeon, because one of the options for treatment is an operation called a sympathectomy, where the nerve supply to the sweat glands are actually cut off. And that is a permanent solution, but not without its possible side effects and complications. So after the operation was done, unfortunately it did not have the desired effect. I was very, very disappointed, obviously, and for a while I was very, very depressed. But then I sort of pulled myself together and realized, well, I can sit and, you know, wallow in, you know, this pity the whole day, or I can actually go and find a solution.
The #1 treatment worldwide for focal localized hyperhidrosis is injections with botulinum toxin type A, for example, Botox. And how it works is that the message for the sweat gland to produce gets blocked by the Botox. It has a wonderful long-term effect. Interestingly, in the armpits, few patients need more than 4 treatments ever. Each time you see them, they sweat less and over a smaller area, which obviously is a life-changing thing for patients. Neil is coming back for his second treatment, and his symptoms have improved remarkably.
Those who suffer from excessive perspiration often feel humiliated in social situations and may develop anxiety disorders.
I never knew about the sweating problem. I didn't know it was that bad. But after he explained it to me, that it affected his social life, because he never knew when he was going to burst out in sweat. Like the other day, we went out for the day, and for a long time we never spoke in the car because we listened to the music, and then when I looked at him, I saw he was actually very sad. He was actually crying. And, you know, and then I realized, whoa, this must be bad. Since Neil has been getting the Botox treatment, he's a totally different man. He's definitely more social. He smiles more often.
Because of the sweating problem and the social anxiety disorder that I also have, I feel like I've missed out on a big part of my youth, you know. Your teenage years are supposed to be the best years of your life, without many cares, you know, except for high school and so on. But only now, at the age of almost 25, do I feel like I can actually go out and enjoy those things.
With the help of medical intervention and innovation, Neil is now able to make up for lost time. If you think you suffer from hyperhidrosis, there's no need to break a sweat. Have it checked out at your nearest Mediclinic.
Hello, doctor.